Sports Journey. Sports Journey Network.
Imagine, with a simple push of a button, you could be on your way to getting firm, sculpted abs and a sexy waistline with the Contour Core Sculpting System. It's the breakthrough technology that requires no machines, no getting on the floor, no stress, and no strain.
Contour.
The Contour is the real deal.
The secret is Contour's exclusive auto-active muscle toning technology, the digital breakthrough that automatically targets all your abdominal muscles, including your upper abs, lower abs, obliques, and even that stubborn lower belly. Thermographic testing proves Contour activates your entire core. The Contour Core Sculpting System comes with a one-size-fits-all Contour Core Belt, electronic controller with custom digital settings, batteries, and a 1-year warranty, plus an instructional guide and sensible eating plan. And it's all yours to try for 30 days for just $14.95. There's never been an easier, more effective way to get great-looking abs. So call and order right now.
You're listening to the Sports Journey Broadcast Network.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Journey Broadcast Network, your home for serious sports talk for the serious sports fan. At Sports Journey, we bring you, the listening audience, real sports talk radio, great interviews and guests, and soon to be 24-hour coverage. In the past, we've formed great relationships, and as you can tell from where I sit, at the ESPN Club on Disney's Boardwalk, we've done many shows from here. We've had great guests call in from here in front of a live studio audience. In the future, we will continue to form relationships with some of the leading radio outlets around the country. This fall, you will hear several NFL player shows simulcasting directly from the Sports Journey Broadcast Network with some of these select radio stations. For more information, you can always go to www.sportsjourney.com for details about our shows and future shows.
You're listening to the Sports Journey Broadcast Network. Sports Journey Broadcast Network.
Dear Bowflex, I dropped 8 dress sizes, 36 pounds, and all I had to do was walk.
This is the Bowflex Tread Climber machine, the easiest way to walk and burn up to twice the calories in less time. By combining the motion of a treadmill, a stepper, and an elliptical, you get the calorie-burning benefits of all 3 workouts at once.
I lost 30 pounds in 4 months. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Call now for your free DVD and information kit. You'll see how the Tread Climber burns up to twice the calories of a treadmill. Plus, you'll learn how you can own a Tread Climber machine today with special financing for 18 months.
Within the first couple of weeks, I started to lose inches. I lost 50 pounds in 3 months using the Tread Climber.
Call or go online to buytc.com for your free info kit. We'll also send you the Bowflex Insider's Guide with a personal fitness assessment to help you jumpstart your Bowflex body today. Absolutely free.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Bowflex.
Sincerely, J.D. Weber.
If you want to shed fat and get a body that's shredded, then it's time to get on the rack. The Rack is a complete total body workout system, and it's the hardcore hardware that adds a whole new dimension of variety and intensity to traditional body weight exercises. You get explosive chest, shoulders, and back, big arm blast, and ripped abs on the rack, a fat shredder workout, and a total body muscle building express workout, totally ripped on the rack. Order now and get this special Get Ripped on the Rack 30-day trial for just $14.99. When you order, also ask how you can get the Rack system shipped right to your door for free. As an added bonus, you'll get the Rack Nutritional Guide, custom workout guide, and special Bartender's Workout DVD, plus shipping. That's a total value of $60, all for free, but only if you order right now. Call now and order the Rack Total Body Workout System for this special 30-day trial of just $14.99.
You're listening to the Sports Journey Broadcast Network. Sports Journey Broadcast Network.
Welcome, everyone. Sports Journey Broadcast Network, the Darrel Young Show with Washington Redskins fullback Darrel Young right here live from Oro Pomodoro in Rockville, Maryland. Brought to you by Blue Horse Energy Drink. Did I miss anything?
No, I think you did good. It's
All
a good
right.
opening. It's a good opening.
All right, so you got here in time, and we definitely appreciate you making the efforts to come out from Redskins Park once again. And a little bit later on, your teammate, Mr. Terrence Austin, will be here in the building as well. So we're excited about having Terrence come up.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
You know, I gotta just go right there immediately. Immediately. Yeah, we know about the struggles and all those good things, and Diane and myself. It's tough for us as media with the Skins to have to ask the same questions, but when you have fans come out and they want to hear directly from as they say the horse's mouth. It's got to be frustrating, Darrel. It's got to be very frustrating.
It is frustrating, just that we started at 3-1. In the last couple of weeks we've lost 3 games in a row. So anytime you start off so good and not say it's been so negative because we've been taking it one game at a time, but
sure,
we just haven't rebounded and we just kind of lost our swag and what we were kind of looking for after the bye week. So I know swag's not the right word for the radio, but that's what it is.
Yeah, you can say it. You can say it. I mean, I think a lot of fans want to see that swag back.
Yeah, it is. That's what we're missing in this offense. Our staple in the preseason was running the ball.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't been successful in that, and it's not the coaches, play calling. It's us executing on the field because, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what he called. Cover 2 is going to be cover 2. Cover 4 is going to be cover 4 on the defense. Make a play. So I just feel like we've been missing that big play, and that's what we've been missing the whole season. And as opposed to, we had big runs in the preseason, but we still haven't had that big pass play, that Calvin Johnson 80-yard play or a 65-yard play, So something's got to turn, and I think, this is the perfect week to do it. And I think, going down, the last 3 games and, being in this, organization for the last, 3 years and been losing, I mean, it's time for a change, I'm tired of this.
This is the question that, I think a lot of people are going to ask. And that question is the personnel here to do that Calvin Johnson type play? Is the personnel set up and in place for those things to happen? So,
it definitely is. We have a lot of playmakers. We have, Dante Stallworth, who was a first-round pick, and, that doesn't mean anything that you're a first-round pick, but at the same time, he was drafted to be a big playmaker, and he's been on teams who've, been successful, and he's played a major part, just like Jabbar Gaffney and,
sure.
Santana, and, Cooley's out, but Fred Davis is, number 2 in the NFL in terms of, tight end play and stuff like that. So, I mean, you look at it from that standpoint, we have the ability, we have the capability to do what Kyle wants to do in this offense,
See, what's funny is that I was actually talking to, my brother-in-law earlier today, and he's a diehard Redskins fan, and, everybody always gives me a million questions to ask out there. I say, why don't you just call in or why don't you just log in or something, and you can ask whatever you want. But I think the prevailing theme, we talked about this with Anthony Armstrong on last night's show. On Monday with Terrence, we talked about it as well. I think the fan base here has gotten accustomed to just bad things happening, to this football team. And I think that they have to understand that you guys are younger now. You don't really come from that, whatever's gone on the last decade. You're not used to that. So as a young guy, being vocal, being able to go in the locker room and say, hey, we have to do things this way, and that way, is the team searching for leaders at this point?
On the offensive side of the ball, I would say, everyone's a leader in their own way, but we need someone to be more vocal. I think John Becker's doing a great job. But,
I do too.
At the end of the day, we're not winning. So, we all have to come together and listen to and believe in what he believes in. Just like the defense believes in London Fletcher and the team believes in London Fletcher, we need a guy in the offensive room when it's offense breakdown, just like defense breaks down.
Yeah.
And, we have that. We have a lot of guys who want to step up and, do those things. But I think if you're a fan on the outside, you're looking to who, and at the end of the day, and being on the team, I know we're all leaders. That's why we're all in the position that we're in, in terms of being a professional athlete. But
I just say, I think fans have to be a little forgiving. They have to understand this isn't the same team that will go out and lay eggs on Sunday And the problem was there were old veterans that were laying that, and you knew that they had such big contracts that they weren't going anywhere. I mean, it's a new group.
It's a whole new group. I mean, just to, kind of send a message out to the fans, don't panic yet. Because we're not panicking. We just
no.
We have a lot to learn from in those 3 games that we lost. Well, the 4 games that we've lost and with the 3 in a row. But we can only get better from here. We're not going to get worse. I promise you, we're not going to get worse just because we don't want to be worse.
Okay. I know it's tiring. I mean, you get this and in the locker room, and Diane told me today that she didn't bombard you with all that. But as soon as she came over, you know what happened. Everybody comes behind. That's just not the way we're going to do it here. If you're just joining us for the first time, the Darrel Young Show right here from Oral Pomodoro, Rockville, Maryland, Rockville Town Center. We're here every Wednesday, 7 to 9. We're starting a little bit later tonight. As you know, it's a hike coming up from Redskins Park.
Oh, it is. I just sat in traffic.
It's a hike. That's why I get here really early, and today is a day I specifically will never be seen at Redskins Park. Not on Wednesdays having to come up here. No way. So it's just let's get here early, set up, and relax until the guys get here. Once again, if you're joining us here in the building a little bit later on, Terrence Austin, upstart wide receiver, young guy. He's part of Sports Journey Broadcast Network as well. You can check these shows out, archived as well on sportsjourney.com. The show is live right now. We have a lot of people that get in our chat box from across the country, and we'll read some of their questions. That's kind of eliminated our whole email process, which I'm cool with. ESPN, it was kind of messed up to get those emails because you didn't know what you were getting. But
hey, everyone's got to do something.
Now, I wanted to ask you this because Anthony we were talking about this yesterday. He was talking to Diane Cheeseborough, of course, our editor and photographer, game photographer, Mr. Jarman Gant, one of our other hosts on our weekend show, National Weekend Show, the Sideline Haters. Anthony was telling us yesterday that he couldn't believe some of the stuff that he was getting on Twitter, specifically after the loss in Toronto. Were you getting some stuff?
I purposely do not look at Twitter after the games, to be honest with you.
He was smart man.
I don't even want to know what people, I know what people think. I know what first thing people say is the Deadskins. I know that stuff. But at the same time,
I got that today.
Yeah, I'm at this point, I'm used to it from outsiders. The real fans, I think people believe it. They're starting to believe in us a little more. And I mean, like I said, it's only an upside to this. Coach Shanahan is doing a great job with us, and we're young, we're still learning, and this
is what the fan base wanted. I mean, come on, the last few years the fan base has been. I know I was in Florida, but last year being back, I could hear the fan base saying, "Hey, when are they going to go young? When are they going to fix the cap? When are they going to just change the culture here?" So you get a new coach. He's in the second year. We all know the whole thing with Donovan didn't work out last year, but I like to say this. I don't think that was on the coach's side. I'm just going to leave that there. I'll let you fill in the blanks. But, he's brought in some young guys. He did something this franchise never does, and that's draft. He saved the draft picks. I think there's 10 this year as well. So I think this is the stuff the fan base wanted. And I think that they have to be patient and understand that young guys aren't going to the Super Bowl overnight. It's something you have to build. You've got to get the structure and the foundation there, which I think is starting to become in place.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, you go back, we've talked about this before, but, the history of Coach Shanahan finding, late-round draft picks and free agent guys. And, like we said before, Terrell Davis was a 6th-round pick. Rod Smith was a late-round pick. Ed McCaffrey, late-round pick. I think Rod Smith was even a free agent.
I think he was a free agent.
He was a free agent. Ed McCaffrey was lower, but it goes back. They had 2 first-round picks who never played. So you look at it from that standpoint. I mean, he knows how to find talent, and that's what he's doing. And it might take a little time. In the NFL, everyone knows you don't have that much time, but the time that he puts in with us now, I guarantee it will pay off in the near future.
Absolutely, folks. First hour of the show, we talk Skins naturally. Darrel Young, myself, Redskins Media. I mean, we try to give you the scoop and everything that you need to know as far as Washington Redskins. Second hour, we switch it up a little bit. We try to have some fun here. It is, at the same time, entertainment. And you're getting a lot of buzz for that. Those NBA picks that we did. That was good stuff because I had a lot of people complaining with ESPN. What were they doing? And we fixed it. So that was good on your part. I definitely appreciate that. But I have something a little bit later on that I want to try that, as you know, we do Anthony Survivor, and I'm probably going to lose some fans in here, but I'll say this. Highly disappointed last night with the outcome, to say the least. livid. And what it was is we broke down the best middle linebacker in the NFL today. Ooh. Today. And you know who won?
I would have to say Ray Lewis.
I mean, that would be good. No, it was London Fletcher.
Hey.
By the fans in the chat box across the country, by the fans in the building. And I'm like, listen, I understand Redskins fans. We're cool with that. That's what we're here for. That's great. You got to be realistic, though.
You know what? London is a guy who never got credit.
Of course. He's top 5. He's top 5.
He's been top 10 in tackles every year in the NFL.
Yeah.
And, you know, to say he made a Pro Bowl in his 12th season is ridiculous.
Oh, no. Listen, the guy's phenomenal. It wasn't Lake Lewis bashing him. I said that.
No, I get you.
He somebody tweeted yesterday, Lake Lewis said that you shouldn't have won their fan contest as far as being the best middle linebacker. And I retweeted. I did. He came in on our list that we composed. I think he was 4th. That's recognition. But there's no way he's better than Patrick Willis.
Patrick Willis is a good player.
Patrick Willis is a monster. Ray Lewis?
No.
I mean, no.
But Fletcher's still playing at the same level as he came in when he first came in the league.
Absolutely, but yes or no question. Would he be number 1?
Oh, my book, yeah. I like London.
Oh, man.
I'm biased.
Come on, man.
I'm going London Fletcher.
Come on, man. Everybody's going to make this out to be now practice tomorrow. Everyone's going to think London's going to come over to me and say, you hating on me. I'm not hating on the dude. I'm just saying, overall, no. So anyway, what we're going to do a little bit later because, when Terrence gets here, we'll have some fun with this. What I want to do is I want to pick – we want to start doing – Sports Journey Rushmores. How about that? Sports Journey Rushmores. That would make it a little hard, where you come up with 4 faces for a specific topic. And since you are a fullback, I want to do a Mount Rushmore or Sports Journey Rushmore for the 4 greatest fullbacks of all time. Because I know you do your study. You study, you do your homework. You think you can be up for that challenge?
I could do that. Not tonight. Not tonight. But, I'll throw a name out there. Harold Griffin. He's a great player.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's decent. That is decent. That's okay.
Griffin.
All right, I'll keep it more generational for you. How about that? Because you did great with the NBA stuff.
Cool.
All right, so last night we did middle linebackers. Last week we did greatest wide receivers. And Calvin Johnson won over Andre Johnson. That wasn't my vote. I would take Andre right now, but Calvin Johnson is legit.
Calvin Johnson's legit. I think Andre's just done more, but he's been in the league longer. But to this day, Andre Johnson's been out a little bit, but he's been a 1,000-yard receiver every year, just about.
Okay. All right.
Kyle Shanahan's offense.
Okay. All right. So we're going to do something with you that we did with Anthony last year, and we can do it again because it changes from year to year. We're going to allow you to put on your thinking cap, and we're going to come up with this year's best sports city, okay? And the way it is based on championships with the teams and if they're in the running currently. So basically we'll come up with our new Sports Journey Sports Town because last year Chicago won. You have to think about it. The Blackhawks had won. If I'm not mistaken, the Bulls were, right there. The Bears went to the NFC Championship, and then you had the baseball teams, which stink. But that was a whole, that was a whole nother story. Yeah. Then you have to put traditions in there, so that's why Chicago beat. Do you know the city they beat? You know what the city they beat in the finals? You should know this answer.
I'm guessing
it's your town. It's New York, the town you brag about all the time.
New York is going to be on top for me.
No.
We lost. The Knicks lost in the first round of the playoffs last year, but it was to a good team,
They got beat down. They got swept, didn't they?
Okay, they did.
Yeah, they pulled the brooms out on them.
But, there's a lot of teams. The Lakers got swept. People still aren't saying they're a bad team.
Yeah, so we'll do that. We're going to come up with, and see, this is going to be different. It's going to be the 4 best sports towns for that Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
All right, so we'll do that. So I'm sure you have to appreciate the divergence from all this chatter.
I do. I love it. I love it.
What were some of the crazier comments that you've received over the last 2 days? You don't have to mention names because I got to see them tomorrow. Diane does too, so we don't want to do that. But
just people saying basically, is this it? But
are you serious?
But I look at it from this standpoint. I always answer the question with 3 and 4. The Eagles are 3 and 4. The Cowboys are 3-4.
Sure.
You know, Giants are 5-2.
But you beat the Giants.
We beat the Giants.
Yes.
We did beat the Giants, and we have to play them again, and we're going to beat them again.
So technically, you're one game out of first place.
That's it. We'll be, the Giants will lose this weekend. We'll win this weekend. We'll be one game back. So what's the big deal?
Okay, let me pose another question. The Eagles have dealt with adversity. We've seen that. The Cowboys are dealing with adversity. You guys are dealing with adversity. Have the Giants had to deal with that yet? They had some injuries early, but
I think that's the only adversity that they've faced up until this point.
Right, but they haven't had that one or two losses, and you know how it gets in your hometown media-wise.
Yep.
So they have yet to deal with their adversity.
Yeah, they. I'm not gonna say it's time for a downfall. I don't wish that upon anyone, but it's time for the Redskins to make a name and stop living off the 08 playoffs and what they did in the past and what Joe Gibbs did for this franchise and stuff like that. So it's out with the old, in with the new.
All right, one of the things before we go to break is that I can't recall how many guys told us in the offseason that this was the greatest team they've ever been on. Not so much from X's and O's, but just from character guys. Good players, good people. Has that locker room in any way, in your opinion, changed from preseason, or do you feel like guys are still in each other's corner?
Oh, I think guys are still in each other's corner. I mean, preseason is about competition. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, you're still going to have some type of feeling for the guy that's playing in front of you just because you want to be in that, situation. But I think, last year we seen a lot of guys coming from Pittsburgh, and the first thing they said was, you guys aren't a team. It's like, in Pittsburgh, we have all these guys in camp that we're fighting, but we still go out. We go to dinner. We go do things. Mm-hmm. They're like, you guys don't even hang out. We're in the locker room, guys are sitting on the couch and stuff like that. This year, you see guys when you go in the locker room, you see a lot of guys hanging out on the couch. You see a lot of guys
more than
together.
I've ever seen in my life.
You see guys in groups. It's not individuals. You might see a guy walking back from lunch, but he's going to get taped or something. It's never no one's ever alone now, and that's the difference. And that's what you need in character, and that's how you build a team. And it's the things you do off the field, and that's what I'm starting to see in this business, because on the field everyone's great. I mean, it's the NFL.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, because that's something that Diane and myself, we talk about all the time, is that you're right. Last year I didn't get that feel. It was almost – honestly, it was almost a ghost town in the locker room and in the lounge area. But this year, it's excuse me, pardon me, to get into the locker room, because we know why you're in the lounge area. Because you don't want to go in the locker room and have the questions asked to you. So that's a whole other story. But no, I do. I see more guys in group settings. And I wanted to ask that because naturally when you have losses, sometimes people think the team's imploding, that the guys aren't pulling for each other anymore. And I don't sense that. I really don't. And let's face it, you get a win Sunday, all's forgotten. You're 500 again. You just beat a team that is talking big right now. It's 6-1. That their aspirations to get to the Super Bowl. Why not you if you beat them?
I mean, every team's aspirations to get to the Super Bowl. But it's just like you said, it's just a whole different mindset. Even from the day we came into the facility from the lockout, and we look at guys like London Fletcher. He stopped us in the middle of practice last week and said, "We lost one game, so what? Mm-hmm. It's in the past. We can't change it. We can't go on Google and change stats. We can't do anything about it. But at the same time, all we can do is look forward. So why not dwell on what we want to do and where we want to go from here and how we want to basically form our identity and lay down this foundation for the future. So, I mean, you look at a guy like that. I mean." I mean, people think, London Fletcher, you look at age and stuff like that, but that guy's playing at a high intensity. I mean,
I said top four middle linebacker.
I mean, you look at some of the plays this guy's making. I mean, the guys that run the screens, he has two guys in front of him. He's, I always call him the shortest linebacker in the league, but he's making the plays, in front of two guys. And, you can't game plan for this guy. I don't, I remember going back to camp, and he's just calling plays out that we're running. I'm like, man, the script. And he's like, no, I can sense it. I feel it. And I'm like, man, you getting too old for this game. You start looking at it like that.
I understand. Folks, Darrel Young Show with Washington Redskins fullback Darrel Young, myself, Lake Lewis, Redskins Media. And, we try to bring you something different every week, different venues throughout the area. Just to let everyone know, on Monday, we're out at the Bungalow in Shirlington with Mr. Terrence Austin, who's going to be tonight's guest, coming out a little bit later on. on Tuesday, myself, Anthony Armstrong show from Spanky's Shenanigans. Just kind of got to put all that together there in Leesburg, Virginia. And then, of course, we're here, Oro Pomodoro in Rockville, Maryland, every Wednesday from 7 to 9. Kind of like 7:30 to 9:30, just to let you know. You got some people who are returning, coming back, and more people coming out for the show. So pretty good stuff. You're becoming a star right here in front of everyone's eyes.
I'm trying.
All right. Well, look, folks, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, more right here from Oro Pomodoro, or you're listening to Sports Journey Broadcast Network.
Sports Journey. Sports Journey Network.
Are you stressed over credit cards and other debts? Maybe through no fault of your own? Imagine how it would feel to have that weight lifted right off your shoulders. Well, here's some good news from America's trusted name in debt relief. Care One providers have already helped over 4.5 million people in debt, and we can help you today. Just call this toll-free number to speak with a friendly representative, and in just minutes, you'll get your free debt relief analysis.
Just call the toll-free number today.
Long, lean, tight, beautiful. Imagine having a sexy, slender, awesome body, but without ever having to do another boring, tedious workout again. Introducing Flirty Girl Fitness, the hot new body makeover system that takes the world's sexiest dance moves from music videos, club dancing, even exotic dancing, and turns them into fast, fun, fat-burning routines that anyone can do. With guaranteed results that are so phenomenal, you'll lose up to 2 pant sizes and an amazing 3 inches around your waist in just the first 10 days.
I lost 25 inches, 2 feet, all around my body. I've lost 30 pounds and 44 inches. I've never had this much success with any other thing that I've tried.
The secret is the flirtatiously fun dance progressions designed to flatten your abs, thin your hips and thighs, plus lift and firm your booty. All while you're just having fun moving and dancing to the music.
It is just a blast. You're having a great time. You don't even know you're working out. It is just so much fun.
And now, for only $19.99, you can have the hot new Flirty Girl Fitness DVD, Booty Beat, featuring super sexy fat-burning routines from your favorite music videos.
You're doing this dance and you're feeling so sexy while you're doing it, and your body just changes.
But it gets even better. Call now, and you can have this amazing DVD for only $9.99. Plus, we'll also include a free bonus DVD, the flirtatiously fun chair dance. Altogether, this is a $40 value, yours right now for only $9.99. Plus, ask your operator how you can try the Flirty Girl Fitness Pole in your own home for only $1.
It's fun and you get results. What is better than that?
So don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-691-5304. That's 1-800-691-5304. Call now.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wendy Jacobs of Jacobs Chiropractic, located in South Arlington, Virginia. We are a primarily sports chiropractic office, but we take care of all sorts of ailments and disorders that people have, injuries. I've been a chiropractor for 16 years. I was an athletic trainer for 14 years prior to that, so I have a vast knowledge and experience level dealing with sports injuries and other types of injuries.
Want clear skin all over? Well, get set, because Proactive's Deep Cleansing Body Wash is back. And so is free shipping. 2 hot summer deals. Now Proactive clears acne on your face and body, so you feel confident all over. And the body wash is yours free when you order Proactive today.
The Deep Cleansing Wash, it really exfoliates the skin. I use that on my arms, my legs, my chest.
My skin was smoother. It got rid of the small little bumps on my shoulders and back.
Proactive has a $40 value, but with today's special offer, pay just $19.95 and your shipping is free. Plus, get the Deep Cleansing Wash free to polish your skin to perfection.
I went out and bought a little spaghetti strap dress, and it was a really amazing feeling.
Act fast and we'll add a free travel-size green tea moisturizer. Don't wait. Order Proactive today and get free shipping, but only for a limited time.
Hey, this is Chris Russell from ESPN 980 and the Washington Redskins Radio Network. I always have fun with my guys like Lewis and all the Redskins players and all the fans that come out and be a part of the Sports Journey, sportsjourney.com. Invite you to join the ride and experience some of it for yourself. It's always a fun time. Come on out, support the show, and support my man Lake, who's doing a good job and trying to provide some quality entertainment for you guys, the serious sports fans out there. So check it out.
It's Adam Carricker did the Phil Daniels Show. Great show, great guy. Tune in.
Hey, I'm Lorenzo Alexander, the Washington Redskins out here at Sports Journey, having a great time, been on the show several times, giving me a chance to vent, tell people, and really connect with the fans how I feel about different situations going on throughout the year, especially with the NFL. And I love it. Having met a lot of people out here, and this is going to continue to come back and continue to grow this relationship with me and Sports Journey and my boy Lake Lewis.
It was fun being on the show with Anthony and Lake. I'm glad we determined I was the best basketball player in the group. This is I won all those games, and it was fun talking about the offseason and training with the guys, and it was good to be on.
Go. Hey, what's up, guys? Grant Paulson here from 106.7 The Fan. Just let you know, just got done. Sports Journey broadcast. Came out to hang out with my guy Anthony Armstrong, who does a show. It was awesome. Does a money job. Up-and-coming broadcaster and wide receiver. Hung out with my boy Lake Lewis. All the work they're doing here at Sports Journey is awesome. Just pumped to be a part of it. You guys got to keep coming back. They got big things planned. Thanks much. Grant Paulson saying so long.
Hey, this is Corey Lichtensteiger. I had a great time on the Anthony Armstrong Show. Talking about the hot topics, everything that's going on in the world of current sports, and even more specific than that, what's going on in the world of movies and pop culture.
You're listening to the Sports Journey Broadcast Network.
Welcome back, everyone. Sports Journey, Darrel Young Show. Sitting with us is one of our other featured talents here on the network, Washington Redskins upstart wide receiver, Mr. Terrence Austin. He's in the building right now. What's up, Terrence? Oh yeah, we got you on the other one. So what's going on, Terrence?
You gotta turn me up, man.
He's used to it now. You see that? He's a star. He's used to doing that all himself. So we are back here at Oro Pomodoro, and pretty good show so far. We're trying to get some of our fans interested in that. We do have a football that we'll give away a little bit later on in the show. I think they're going to work out something where you just put your name down on something, and we'll do a drawing, and a lucky fan tonight will get a NFL autograph ball with multiple autographs on there.
Multiple
autographs. So this, you came out on Terrence's show, showed some support, and now he made the trip up from Ashburn up here to show you some support.
Yeah, TA's the man. He's accountable. I like that about TA.
All day, man. I'll do anything for my boy.
There's a lot of love being spread here today. That's all right. Terrence, you got it going on Monday. Got the thing going here on the network, and we ask the same questions. You get tired of hearing the same stuff over and over and over. So for the sake of that, since you got it going and we covered that kind of the first hour of the show tonight, we're not going to spin that stuff anymore. We're just going to leave that alone. We're going to have some fun.
Good.
So I'm going to need some input on this. We're going to try to come up with a Rushmore. It's going to be Sports Journey Rushmore. We're trying to have the 4 best sports cities. And I already know, where you're going to go on one of them. But you have to ask the question, are they really at this point right now one of the top 4 markets? I'm talking about L.A., where he's from, Long Beach.
I like LA. I like LA. I mean, you look at the Lakers. I mean, I can't speak for the Dodgers and
Come on, I gotta hear this.
But I mean, I like LA. The Clippers, they're gonna be all right. I mean, a couple of years ago when they had Baron Davis and they went on that little run, the playoffs and stuff like that. They had a good year, but the Lakers do it for them every year. So
yeah, I agree. The Lakers is definitely putting in a lot of work there, but I think Blake Griffin has been a really big. addition to the Clippers. You know, I mean, he's been selling a lot of tickets there. I actually went to a Clippers game only because
of him.
No, never. I would never go
because Westbrook was in town.
Yeah,
I figured.
Exactly. They played Oklahoma Thunder, so I went to check the game out.
Okay, I forgot UCLA got it.
Yeah. But I'm hoping it's an NFL team that can get over there in L.A.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I know Jeff Little, our host whose show comes on after this, live from Los Angeles, California. He sure thinks it's going to happen like in the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, man, it'd be pretty big. I mean, it'd definitely be Carmageddon. I could definitely say that. You know, the 405 freeway is terrible. It's really bad. I mean, it makes no sense. It's traffic all day.
Is it worse than here, 495?
Yeah, it's way worse than 495. Even with all the construction going on, it's terrible. I mean, it's so bad that they even considered having a double-decker freeway. And
make it worse.
Subway.
Make it doubly worse.
Yeah. So
that's crazy. I thought New York was bad.
Nah, LA's that one freeway is terrible. I mean, you know, it's a couple other ones, but the 405 is definitely terrible, man. Too much. And I don't even know where they will be able to fit any traffic to go to these NFL games on Sunday if they do. So that's probably what they're trying to work on right now.
And it's supposed to be right next to the Staples Center, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
The new stadium.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll make it even worse. So let's do this, because one of the criteria for these 4 sports cities to be voted the best. We did this on Anthony's show last year, and the winner was Chicago over New York. And it was a lot of this is based on tradition too. So you do have something going for you. Is that the tradition of the Clippers is that they stink? No, I'm just kidding.
Is that the Clippers?
No, I'm just teasing. The tradition of the Lakers obviously will carry Los Angeles and the Dodgers as well.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask this guy, because him being from New York and always in my ear, my ear about the New York. What would you say about L.A.? Could that make that list?
I don't know. I mean, you just look at it from the Lakers standpoint. I mean, the Dodgers really haven't. I mean, although Joe Torre did turn them around for a little bit, you know.
A little bit. They didn't do anything.
But, you know, I don't know if they're on the list now.
You have his school, you know, where he went to school, started at UCLA. You have USC. I mean.
Yeah, but we're talking about right now. I mean, UCLA struggling, you know, USC struggling. So, I mean, you're looking from that standpoint.
You're looking at it as far as football, though.
We're talking about tradition and everything.
UCLA has won 102 national championships, the most ever in the NCAA.
That's true.
Basketball-wise.
That's true.
You should know that. You were a point guard.
Yeah, I mean,
did you know that about him?
Nah, I didn't know that. I knew he was pretty fast, though.
This
couldn't
guy
believe my eyes.
Really? Yeah. This guy is.
I gotta tell you something though, late.
What?
I gotta tell you something. He might be mad at me. That's why he laughing, because he already know. Man, Diane has to get a couple pictures and snap him at practice, so you can see. I'm gonna just say that.
Oh,
talking about my little outfit, man.
Hey, you know those sweats we wear at practice? Yeah, his pretty tight.
Why you wearing tight sweats, man?
Man, it's just something. I've been playing well with them on, so I had them on.
Superstition.
It was the only pair they had left, and I needed them. It was kind of cold outside. I had to keep the legs warm from the hamstring injury. So
they're not tights though.
They leggings.
You know what? That's one thing when you said that's the only ones they had. Do you know how many people have said to me, "Can you get me a jersey or get me something from out there?" And I'm like, if I can't get it, let me explain something to you. They can't even get it.
Yeah, it's tough for us to get that stuff.
You have to have sponsors, basically.
Yeah.
One pair of cleats.
Yeah.
Folks, that's the truth. That's not, people think, you can, every day you go down there and reach in and grab your size and all that stuff.
No, it's not like that at all. I wish.
T-shirts too, even for practice shirts.
Yeah, all of that. All of that. Even though I'm clever.
What do you do to do something different?
I sneak in there. I snatch stuff up all the time.
Don't get in trouble on my behalf, man. I don't want them getting mad at Tony Riley and them tomorrow getting on me.
Yeah, I was just kidding.
Nah, we have a bin that you can grab some shirts out of, just to work out and stuff like that. But
you want to wear. You're not leaving the facility with that, though.
You could, and I'm telling how many people has had it on. It's just a bin. They wash stuff, they keep it clean, but it's for everybody.
That's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. We're talking about the second most lucrative pro franchise in the world.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
I mean, not just crazy. In the area, in the world.
Yeah.
Any sport, Cowboys number 1, Redskins second. I mean, that's wow.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys think about that all the time.
I thought about it. I did a little bit of research. You know, I had to look it up myself.
Think of for sponsors.
All of that. And, you know, it's
you
good to
need
know.
sponsors.
Yeah.
So if you have that Nike contract, and then obviously you can request X amount of shoes, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
practice shoes, game shoes, gear to wear around. You know, come out to do shows.
Speaking of that Nike contract, I need to go ahead and re-up on some of the merchandise tonight when I get home.
I just did. I ain't gonna even lie. I did that before I left earlier.
They just added money to the account today.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, yesterday as of first, right? November 1st is. So I need to re-up.
Yeah.
I need
yeah.
some more shoes.
Yeah, I do too, man. I really do. I do too. But yeah, I mean, that's like this perception is that tell the truth, because you know when I play ball at Penn State, think about this. I got more gear, and I know you guys can say this. You got more gear in college than you did here.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, I still wear my gear.
Yeah, I do too.
Like, I still have some Penn State stuff at home, and you know, everyone. My wife says Al Bundy now, but still, it's a whole nother story. You know, she doesn't like me wearing it. She's like, "Why don't you get over that?" You know, that was 15, 20 years ago. I'm like, "Listen, you never get over college ever." I mean, think about it though. Think about the sweatsuits and all that stuff, and the shoes. You were giving gear to the families, and
Travel
you know,
suits.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everything.
So okay. So this is the question that is kind of baffling to me, and I don't know this. I really don't. When I'm on the field pregame, Diane and me, and guys that are inactive, you were inactive once.
Mm-hmm.
You came out in that real nice sweatsuit, redskin sweatsuit. You trying to tell me you couldn't leave the stadium in that and go home?
I mean, I could have, but odds is that, you know, maybe if I was inactive again, that suit be missing. So they'll be looking for it, and I just wouldn't have anything to wear on the sideline.
All right, listen, those are some nice sweatsuits.
Yeah.
But what is it, like Gore-Tex or something?
I don't know. I just knew it was nice. Yeah. And then I looked it up on the website, the Redskins website.
Uh-huh.
It was pretty expensive. They were pretty expensive because my dad asked about it. You know, he seen me on the sideline.
Uh-huh.
He was like, you know, man, hook me up. And I was like, well, all right. And I went to go look, and I was like, well, Dad, you know, it's like $200 for the whole suit.
Yeah, okay. Well, you'll never be in that suit again, ever again, which is great.
Yeah.
You know, coming into your own now as a wide receiver on the team, you'll never be in that suit again, too.
I'm trying not to.
But so since you'll never be in those suits, since you guys are starting and getting out on the field all the time, I mean, why don't you just, you know,
going and just
hand one over to your boy? You know, you see me in that locker room all the time. Diane could bring a big duffel bag or something in there.
The thing is, if it leaves game day, it ain't coming back in that locker room.
That's the point. That's the point.
The thing is, folks, if you see people in those sweatsuits, they're normally not looking too happy. When I saw you in that sweatsuit, Terrence was just like, man. Yeah, so anyway. All right, so quickly here, you know, we got into the, you know, L.A. So is L.A. eliminated off that list?
No, I wouldn't say eliminated. I mean, you have to consider them, but I mean,
you say that kind of slighting them a little bit.
I'm thinking
man.
more Pittsburgh, you know, because
as an overall sports town,
Steelers, the Penguins, the Panthers, the Pittsburgh Panthers. I mean, the college, the basketball team.
Okay, all right. Well, let's.
I knew he was going to interject on that. I knew that.
I need to understand, like, what makes these cities
tradition, winning. They're winning. They're currently winning, and it's a market. I mean, everybody knows it's something. It's a sports town. It goes with that's tradition, basically.
Okay, and you know, sometimes tradition and marketing overrules the winning.
Of course it does.
You know,
that's called here.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry. I mean, it's true. That's here.
It's the truth. Yeah, it's the truth. I mean,
I mean to say it like that. I mean, you know, boys, but still.
I'm gonna be honest with you. What would have made LA a no-brainer?
Mm-hmm.
I think if the Raiders were still in LA.
No, I agree, but as
the Raiders were still in LA.
But as we're gonna say, if doesn't count.
No. I mean, I was just talking about it because the reason why I said so was because there are so many Raider fans in LA.
Yeah, that's true.
It's crazy. You know, I was just thinking about tradition, you know, and marketing and all of that. You know, had the Raiders still been there, it wouldn't have been no question. But
all right, well,
I'm thinking, you know, LA, I think should still be on top.
Well, let's do it like this. Let's go through the teams. This is how we did it last year, okay? and he came up with Chicago. And the reason why we're doing it again, because it changes. I mean, if someone's up or someone's down, I mean, that's just the way it goes. I said to Anthony Armstrong last week, I said that if Texas, where he's right outside of Dallas, that's where his hometown is, I told him if the Rangers were to win the World Series, I think the paradigm of like that championship city, I hate to say it, you know, some people don't want to hear that word Dallas, but you would have had to have started thinking that city because the Mavericks have the NBA championship right now.
Yeah. But there's so many teams. I mean, you have the Houston Astros, the Dallas Stars. Those, I mean, you know, so you got to look at it from that standpoint too. I mean, you could say that, but there's so many different sections of Texas that you have to break it down because the state is so big. You can't just say Texas. That's like saying California. I mean, you got the Chargers.
No, we were saying Dallas. We were saying Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, but okay. I mean, Dallas. The Mavericks, I mean.
They won the championship.
That's just one, though. I mean, that's not tradition. That's not tradition.
Hey, listen, I tell you what. Give me a championship today, and I'll tell you I'm starting a tradition. I mean, that's the way
that's usually how it works.
Exactly. I mean, you got to have one to start it, you know.
That's true.
So, I mean, look, Washington, what about this town?
I mean.
Would that be on that Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, I mean, it could possibly. I think basketball would need to heat up a little bit.
Yeah, it would have to heat up a lot.
Hockey is hot right now.
Capitals holding us down.
Hockey is hot right now.
I went to that game last night.
Yeah. You guys have tradition. The Redskins have the tradition.
The Nationals has been doing pretty well.
I mean, they're upstart. They have Strasburg and company. They're upstart. I don't think it would make it. You know what I think would carry this area? Very similar to Los Angeles? College play. I think maybe not football. That's for sure. Yeah. Sorry, Maryland fans. But if you're like, you know, basketball-wise, Maryland basketball, Georgetown basketball, I mean, you have GW, you have George Mason's, turned the corner as well. So you have George Washington. You have all these basketball powers here that could probably bring it up. And then the high school scene here, as far as basketball, you know, we talk about this, and I think you're starting to understand. I'm correct on this.
No,
you know, when you say the Mecca, it's the Mecca of basketball. It's not New York.
I wouldn't say the Mecca, but I mean, you guys do recruit at, what's that, Oak Hill and stuff like that.
That's in Virginia.
That's recruit. I mean, it's considered the DMV, though.
It is.
It sounds like a little bias here since everybody's from the East Coast.
We get Jarman trying to.
But you know what? The West Coast, I have to respect the West Coast because they have a lot of great players that you don't even think about because we're over here on the East Coast. I mean.
I give a lot of credit to Los Angeles. I really do because
it's a lot there. I mean, now that I think about it, you know, you still got the Anaheim Ducks, you got the Angels, Los Angeles
the Angels
Kings.
Are good.
You know what I mean?
You go to high school. You go to high school teams. I mean,
high school is crazy. I mean,
high school football. High school football.
High school football is crazy.
De La Salle.
Well, he reminds you about his school being is that the most tradition laden?
Long Beach Poly, man.
Did you see how he said
it? You know what? I respect that though because
everybody heard of Long Beach Poly.
I definitely did.
I've never heard of him personally. Everybody heard of him.
All right, you heard of DeMatha?
DeMatha? Have I heard of DeMatha? Nope.
Oh, that hurt me, man.
I never heard of DeMatha.
That's messed up.
Well, that's West Coast.
He's from the West Coast.
That's
West Coast has never heard of
that hurts.
I mean, y'all from the East Coast and y'all heard about Poly.
I've never heard of Poly.
I never heard of Poly.
I did. I can't even.
Nah, I heard of Poly. I heard of Poly.
They got a ridiculous track team every year too.
What high school did you go to?
Amityville. Horror. Everyone knows. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, we definitely know it. You actually you from Amityville, New York?
Yep.
You actually went by that house and all that stuff?
It's right across the street from the high school.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I swear.
Man, that would have been better to talk about last week, leading up to Halloween, for real. I mean, did you go by the house and not look at it and stuff like that?
I would drive past. I'm not stopping.
Oh, so people live in there now, though, right?
Yeah, they do. I mean, I think they've had 13 families that have moved in and out since 1979. So
okay, so
people live there now.
Time out. How many of you out here have, seen 13 neighbors in your neighborhood in one house? There's something still going on there.
Yeah, she raised her hand. She said,
think about it. There's something still going on there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, she's from there.
Are you?
Wow. She's one of the people that moved out and moved down here to Maryland. Oh, my gosh. Are you serious?
Small world.
13.
Small world.
And look, why 13?
I never stopped to ask them. I never knocked on the door. I didn't want to know why. But
you just didn't want to be involved.
No, I don't.
I agree.
I'm not.
That would be the last house on the face of this earth that I would move into.
Yeah, definitely.
Even if you know that you don't believe in any of that stuff and you're fine, Come on, man.
Sleeping at night can't be comfortable.
Nah,
It's low key like a landmark now.
Yeah, I mean, people come. I mean, there was one Halloween, a kid from my high school stood out on the block and collected $20 to point people where the house was, and he made a good living.
He made some
good
money.
living that night because people wanted. That's just like Sleepy Hollow Road is right next to me.
Right there.
Man, that's a hustle right there.
Man, that's a hustle. He came to school with some new Jordan. I'm like, look at him. I can't be mad at him.
We're gonna have to come up with a new nickname for you. You know, he likes to terrorize people on the field. We're gonna have to call you the Amityville Horror.
That's what the announcers called me in college. We had John Ritchie, the fullback, used to be with the Eagles.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Yep, call me Amityville Horror.
Amityville Horror. I did not know you were from there.
Yeah, from the town.
That's why your jumper was probably good, because no one was guarding you. They were afraid.
That's why he ran so fast.
Yeah, you know, he's running fast because he's running by the house.
Well, I live on the opposite side of town. I don't go over there, but I mean, I had to go past the house to go to school. So
Man,
I've seen it.
I'm prepared for everything. You guys know that. I did not know that you Amityville High School.
Amityville Memorial High School.
That's ugly. Seriously, that sounds ugly.
It's bad. It looks like a jail. I mean, we got bars in the windows. No lie, we had textbooks holding up the windows. No lie. I mean, it was supposed to be taken over by the state.
Was that the hood or something?
I mean, you could say that. I mean, got some. There's a little bit of hood everywhere, but at the same time, it was predominantly black. And stuff like that.
Amityville. So. Okay, I'm serious. I'm not being naive. I'm learning something.
Yep.
Because I'm thinking like Long Beach. That's another story. Yeah, Terrence got some stories now.
I know. I done heard I heard a couple last. That's the first thing I asked him, man. How far you live from where Boys in the Hood was filmed?
Man, it's all right there, man.
He's like, man, that was in my front yard, man.
You know what I mean? Long Beach, Compton, Watts,
the Wood,
South Central.
Great movie, by the way. The Wood was a great movie. I mean, my wife, that's her folks from out that way, and her mom's from Los Angeles, and yeah, she tells we were driving through. No joke. I remember we were driving through Compton. I was like, this looks good. There's nothing wrong with this. She said, because it's daylight. She said at nighttime you do not want to be hanging out.
Yeah, I mean, that's what a lot of people say. People that are from elsewhere, when they come, they was like, it doesn't look.
It looks great. Yeah. Look like Montgomery County.
Yeah,
it was like, okay.
It's not the scene, it's the people.
Okay,
that's the thing about it. And it's everybody that live in the city. That's what make it that way.
And that's the reason why we talked about before. You seriously thought about USC and you just wanted to get out of that.
Yeah, I mean, SC is right smack in the middle of it. To be honest with you, I mean, it's there. It's South Central. I mean, University of Southern California is really University of South Central. That's what it really is. But I mean, it's there. I mean, it's like day and night to UCLA. UCLA basically just has its own miniature city. It's like a village. And, I mean, you literally don't have to leave.
That's what they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever been out there?
Never.
Villanova. Yeah.
Man, come on
Suburbs,
out there and hang out with me this offseason.
No.
Come out there and hang out with me this offseason, man. We'll stay in a good part.
You know
We'll go to the beach.
I got my mom's sister lives in L.A., so I need to go out there, man.
Oh, man. I'll take care of you.
I believe it. I'm with TA, man.
I'm serious, man. You need to take them up on that.
I do. I like to travel, man. I'm traveling once a year. I just started last year, so.
We talked about the islands, man, in the off season.
Yeah, I went to the DR.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Republic, man. I went to Punta Cana. Yeah. 8 days. It was a good time.
We gotta get you out. He's a big reggae guy, so we gotta get you. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, we going up to New York on Saturday.
You be getting in the dance hall.
Yeah, you know what? I like the jiggy body a little bit.
Oh man!
Since this is my show, though, I got to ask a question for TA.
Absolutely. That's
I'm gonna kind of change the pace a little bit, get a little serious, but I have a perspective about the outlook of this team and where I want to go with this. But what do you think we need to change to make this team go forward from here?
Well, first of all, I think I mentioned this a little bit earlier, a couple of weeks ago. One of the main things I was concerned about is the situation we're in now. When we have injuries, you basically have to revert to using some of your backups, some of the younger guys, draft picks and stuff like that. I think that, when we practice, a lot of our starters take a bunch of reps. They always taking reps, which is, you definitely want them to do that because they got to get the game plan down. But I also think that if they're going to run the play 5 times this week, let them run it twice. Let them run it 3 times, and let your backups take some rest.
Yeah.
Some reps, and get your starters some rest. And so they can get an opportunity to get a feel to see what they're looking for, so that if anything happens, they're not thrown in the fire. They don't feel like they don't understand what's going on, and it can be a smooth transition. Unfortunately, that hasn't been the case, and I think it's more because we're still trying to gel with this new offense. We got a bunch of new guys this offseason with the addition with free agents and some draft picks, and you got to pretty much feel comfortable with that. But at the same time, I think that in the middle, we kind of got to meet somewhere with that, and we won't be in such a tight situation, when something like that happens.
Yeah.
Nah, just to go off of that, from my perspective, I think we're doing all the right things to move forward from here. But, what I want to see, you know how I feel about you. I have a lot of respect from the day you came in. The way you came and attacked the game, the way your routes are sharp and stuff like that. I want to see a 100-yard game from TA. That's what I want. Just for personal reasons. I respect, but just seeing where this guy's come from. Being on the practice squad, never giving up. I'm talking about this guy made plays that you're looking like, man, that's D. Hall he going against. That's a Pro Bowl corner. But at the same time, you look at it. I'm like, say, man, what you see on there? He's like, man, I'm just trying to eat out here, man. That's all I'm trying to do. Trying to feed my family.
And the thing is that some people aren't familiar with yet. Even though you guys are out there, you're the reps are there. You guys are your mainstays. It's still. Everyone still talks about, that how many times, Diana, we heard, Santana or Chris Cooley, and these guys are hurt right now. I think that's the fan base of the Redskins. True diehard fans definitely know who you guys are. Make no mistake about that. There are people here that are excited to see you guys. But I think that maybe some of the older people who are getting used to certain names, they're curious about you guys. They want to see what you guys are capable of doing on Sundays, and I'm telling people just go along for the ride, because I think this thing's going to turn around sooner than later.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Sooner or later it's going to come out. It's definitely going to come out. We got a bunch of young guys that's hungry, and when you got a group of guys like that, it's only a matter of time when you're going to see some stuff start happening. It's going to be some movement, some players, getting opportunities here and there. They might not get it right away, but they'll get it, and everybody will be happy with what they see, in my opinion.
I did want to say this, not to stray here, but Big Dunk is in our chat box, and I'm getting choked up on this one because you sat here and talked about Amityville Horror. He said that he lived in San Antonio for a while, and there's a ghost story there about kids pushing cars off the train tracks. Ghost kids.
Man, that's crazy.
You just let me know, so when I cover the Spurs, I don't have to be near that. That's all I care about.
Yeah, I don't do too good with stuff like that.
No, exactly. You say everybody got quiet. Yeah, man. Yeah, everybody's like, that's a wild story. That's not what we want to hear. We want to hear some haunting on Sunday against the 49ers.
Yeah, man.
Let me ask you this, because I took some grief yesterday. I was talking with Darrel about it earlier. Yesterday on Anthony's show, we do that crazy Anthony Survivor, and we were breaking down the best middle linebacker in the NFL today. Today, who would you go with? I'm just asking. It's not a trick question. I'm just asking who would Terrence Austin go with?
I like Ray Lewis, man.
What did he say? He said Ray Lewis. Well, Ray Lewis lost in the finals, according to our great fans, and as I always say, the shows are for you. We appreciate it. We love you come out. We love everybody who takes time to get in the chat box. There are thousands of people watching that don't get in the chat box. I don't know why, but they're here for you. Don't be afraid. We won't get you. But according to the fans, and yesterday I think was the first time I was really disappointed in our fan base, the Sports Journey. Very disappointed. Because the finals champion was your teammate, London Fletcher. And I'm not knocking London.
Oh.
Great player. Numero uno?
Well, I'll tell you what. This can be. Because a lot of people forget about London. Mm-hmm. And
thing I said.
Yeah, thanks to our fans, they keep that alive.
Yeah, he's legit. He's top 4 to me.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think London is at the top.
Number 1.
No, I feel like Ray Lewis is number one.
Okay.
But I will say,
all right.
I will say that London is up there, and I think that he's been overlooked. It doesn't
Sure,
make,
he has.
It doesn't make any sense to me that last year was his first actual Pro Bowl that he played in.
Oh yeah,
2 years ago.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
That's criminal, right there.
He was an alternative last year.
How do you play
alternate
for 13? How many years he's played in the league? 14 years.
I think this
This
13
is
or 14.
13, 14 years.
13.
Never miss a game. Never miss a game.
Top 5 tackles every year.
And he has a Super Bowl to his credit too.
Have a Super Bowl to your credit. You know, I don't quite understand that. I really don't.
See, I think that unfortunately for London, he probably was in situations where the guys that were ahead of him they were probably playing for some winning teams.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing is that, you know, Brian Urlacher came up on the list yesterday. Brian Urlacher's a great player, but I think reputation's walking around with him a lot now too.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I mean, he's earned that reputation naturally, but we're talking about like doing it. London Fletcher to me every year seems like he's gotten better. That's the crazy thing.
And he has gotten better.
But you know who else has too? I look at Baltimore and having covered them last year and seeing that guy out on the field. Do you remember when we were walking out on the field in Baltimore for the preseason game and Ray Lewis walked out the locker room and was just listen. I'm media, and you guys are friends. I don't get any starstruck for anybody. When that joker came out and was talking to those players and was hollering and stuff at them, I even was like, oh, man, we got to go out there and cover this mess. He fired me up.
Yeah. You know what?
It was unbelievable.
Yeah. I'm going to have to throw this out there, too, because I'm not going to lie. Anybody that has their own theme song coming out, I mean, he had me excited. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, we were standing on the sideline.
Unbelievable.
I was just
preseason. We was pretty hyped over there when he came out and did that, yeah.
The Nelly came out to Nelly. Steve Smith caught me in him. That's not the same. Right?
No.
Steve Smith need to lead at the Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
Ray Lewis, man.
It was unbelievable. I mean, seriously, it was to me, that's what you want. And I've said this before. London leads by example.
Yeah.
He really does.
Yeah.
But, man, Ray Lewis to me is the consummate player. The guy that I said, and it wasn't Ray Lewis for me, the guy that I said right now today is the number one middle linebacker in the league is going to be up in FedEx Field on Sunday, Patrick Willis.
He's a good player, man.
Yeah, I mean, anybody that runs a 4.3 at linebacker, I mean, he better be somebody. I'm just saying.
A beast.
You guys might have to deal with that a couple of times.
We might.
Ain't worried about it.
I like that.
That's another number on his back.
He sounds Darrel sounds just like a fullback, man.
I'll match Darrell up with anybody in the league.
Oh no, you saw that in the Carolina game.
I'll match him up with anybody.
Steamrolling guys.
I was thinking that even before then.
But this is my problem I had with that game though. He's steamrolling guys. The next thing I know, pass plays. Sorry, I mean I know Terrence is all for that. He's like passes every play if you want because that's his position, but. Man, you got to establish some things first. You got to establish the guys. You know what it's going to be. And I heard LeBron say that. On Sunday, you heard him saying it in the game. You could hear him hollering it out. I'm going to be here all day doing this all game. And for the most part, he was.
That's him every week.
Oh, my God, man. That guy, man.
He's exciting to watch.
He scares me, though.
He's the same way in practice.
He's a train wreck, bro. LeBron's
a
train wreck.
That's what you want. I mean,
that's
you know,
what you need.
rest in peace, Sean Taylor.
Right.
But having them two back there, can you imagine what that would have been like?
They played about 6 games together. They made the playoffs that year.
They did, but those guys were just scratching the surface. Yep. And every time someone mentions that, I always go back to Philip Daniels, you know, your former teammate. Who, by the way, should be here in like 2 weeks when his son plays University of Maryland. Son plays at Notre Dame, and Notre Dame comes here in town. So we'll try to get him out. But he made the comment, man. He said, you know what? He said, it's not too often that you can actually think in yourself what could have been. He said, but I know for a fact with Sean, there were receivers that were telling people when coaches were calling plays for him to run over the middle, they weren't doing it. I mean, pro players. Can you imagine you yourself going back and telling Kyle, I'm not running that route?
Well, first of all, I'm going in there.
Oh, I know you would.
In my mind, I'm 6'2", 220. You know what I mean?
But I mean, can you imagine?
I'm going in there. I'm telling Coach I'm going in. You don't want that rock, I get it.
But you would have to be conscious of those two, though.
Yeah, I definitely would be conscious.
You got to be conscious of your boy in practice.
Yeah, and ask Darrel. Me and him had a talk about that last year.
Man.
He was hitting on you too much, man.
Man, I had to let him know. I told him, no lie. I told him, I said, okay, you keep hitting me, I'm going to just cut you in practice. I'm going to just cut you.
He got one speed. I mean, it's a great thing.
Yeah, no,
we ain't got pads on.
Anthony Armstrong said the same thing. He said that when LeBron could not participate in training camp, he said he was relieved. That's what he said. I was like, are you serious?
Yeah,
he said, man, you don't understand. He said, it's worse in practice than it is in the games.
Yeah. I mean, it's reckless. I mean, it is. It definitely is. I mean, it's only because that's all he knows is
one speed.
But, you know, I had to let him know. I was like, you know, basically, if I get hurt, my salary going to get cut. So I told him, if my salary going to get cut, I might as well cut you. You know. And everything was cool after that.
I got you, Wody.
So does he let up on you now?
Yeah. He don't do nothing crazy to me no more.
Was that LBC coming out at you right there?
Yeah, it had to come out.
That was Crenshaw coming out there, huh?
Nah, it wasn't no Crenshaw, but it was Long Beach.
I'm sure you've had some run-ins.
Oh,
in practice.
Fullback. That's all I do is block the safeties. I had some fun with that. There's only one day a week we wear pads. It's just when we out of pads, like, listen, LeBron, you put your shoulder in my helmet. I mean, your helmet in my shoulder one more time. We have a problem. And I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you. I'm very serious. We can take these helmets off. I'm very serious.
We just trying to make it to Sunday.
That's it.
We're supposed to be on the same team, man. We got to be able to produce for Sunday.
I'm just reading the card. I still got to learn the offense. If Mike is down, I got to do both, you know. So listen, we got to talk about something. We don't need a buddy system, but you got to understand the situation.
How do you guys feel about the shells now? Because, you know, that's kind of like the new thing in football. And those shells that's pretty heavy stuff, man.
Yeah, you still hitting. I mean, myself being inside, you know, I think it's good for the receivers to fit up, you know, and actually, you know, because it's hard blocking a DB when you got a jersey on. They all make plays like that. But, you know, from a linebacker standpoint, and the D-line and O-line, you have to have something on just to, you know, just get a feel for it.
But are you guys getting more – because let's face it, with the new CBA, obviously, a certain amount of practices or as far as full pads, I think people don't realize, though, those shells are very close.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about it is, you know, I hear a lot of people saying football got soft now. The game has changed as far as that. I mean, you know, the legal hits and stuff, that's a whole nother subject. But – you know, as far as
don't we know, right?
Yeah, I don't agree with a lot of those that go on, but I mean, practice-wise, man, it's tough. I mean, if you think about it, you know, we start in August for camp. Say we went to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is February?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a long time to be banging and be out there in pads and, you know, running around and doing all crazy stuff. I mean.
And you got LaRon Landry on your team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Training camp, you know, those two-a-days. It was killer, man. I mean, I mean, I haven't done two-a-days in a while, probably since my first year in college. But those two-a-days back-to-back, that's crazy, man.
In the heat.
That's crazy. Yeah, and out here, I remember last year when we had our two-a-days, which weren't actual two-a-days, but, you know, we had like a second practice that was a little chill. But, I mean, we had like 5 days straight of 110 or higher.
Listen, I mean, I feel bad for you guys because we're out there melting just watching. You know, I'm like, I don't want to be out there. I'm out there. I have baseball cap, sunscreen, and I'm thinking, I can't imagine.
Yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, and that's a long deal. I mean, I remember dealing with, I mean, I feel bad for the rookies the most because if you think about it, man, I mean, the journey that they have to go to get to the NFL starts after their last game. And the majority of them, that's like December, you know, and you go from December, get drafted in April to training camp, you know, so from all the way from December to April, you're training.
But you have all-star games, too.
Yeah, all-star games, too. But you're training. You know, you still getting your body right, trying to be the best you can be to get picked up. As soon as you get picked up, you're working your butt off to try to stay. And that's whether on the practice squad or the active roster. You know, you go through training camp and all that. So I mean, it's like a 365-day job for you. There's no off season for a rookie his first year.
You guys know.
Yep.
I mean, and having come from both being on the practice squad at one time, I can't imagine. You haven't had a break in 2 years.
No.
I mean, people talk about the lockout. No.
We needed that.
Yeah, no. Trust me.
We were ready to go back to work, but I'm going to be honest. I needed that. I did. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody else, but
I give you credit because you were flying from L.A. to the practices that we were covering. I mean, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
This guy came every time.
Yeah, man. I was trying to keep my job, to be honest.
I think you did just fine. Trust me. I mean, that's pretty remarkable, John.
Well, I got a question for you all, and not to get off topic, but this is something that's been beating on my mind. Now, Dominican Sue and his coach went to go see Mr. Goodell this week when he was on his bye about him, the reputation of him being a dirty player, and the hits that he's been fined for. Now, Darrell, you can probably understand this. Is that something that you would have considered doing with Coach Shanahan, going to meet the commissioner and discussing that?
I think so. I mean, you look at, he's got personal fouls. I mean, some of those things, you can't, it's uncalled for, some of the things he does, but, sometimes you can't help. You try to, knock a pass down, you hit the guy in the helmet. You can't do anything about that. That's, you're not doing it intentional. But some of them, I think he needs to understand the rules. But,
yeah.
I just think they're finding too much money, for stuff. But, some, examples got to be set somewhere, and they set one with me, and, I'm over it now. At the same same time, they started taking out my check, but, I had to learn from it. I won't do it again.
So I guess my question is did Jim Schwartz and John Harbaugh, did they did they learn anything?
I don't think they didn't get fined. So.
I know they didn't get fined at all. Yeah, that's just real ironic, isn't it?
That's the top of the organization.
That was funny is what that was.
So you thought they should have been fined as well?
Yeah.
Something.
They're coaches. They're coaches. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. That's just like us going out there, like Darrel out there blocking, trying his best to block, and he accidentally hits the guy a certain way and gets fined for it. These coaches, they tempers flare up. They could have prevented that whole thing that happened. But something like Darrell did, he just can't prevent that. So I think that was a little unfair.
What wasn't there a fine last year with didn't LeBron get fined for the pregame stuff with Deshaun last year?
I don't know. I see a FedEx in his locker every week. I don't know what he do.
That man just played the game.
He don't care about that.
He probably didn't even know it was in there. Yeah, man. So the team could not pick up your tab ever?
They cannot. They will not. I don't know.
That's unbelievable.
That wasn't
a
discussion when I got that FedEx. They just gave me a personal envelope, said my name on it. Didn't say to Washington Redskins. It said to
It said Mr. Darrell Young.
Period.
Number 36.
No 36. Capital D S-Y. My whole name on there.
Don't let me catch you in the street envelope.
Yeah,
that's messed up, man.
Just to go with those fines. I just think they're trying to make up for the money they lost on the lockout. But it is what it is.
If I'm not mistaken, I think she brought this up. Maybe the fines, or I know Rich Chandler, when he was here, we talked about it. Those fines should be based on your salary, because minimum salary player, and Albert Hainsworth, if they do the same thing, I'm sorry, $15,000 to a guy making $300. That's, I know to people in the building or people watching that may be like, oh yeah, it's no big deal. I don't care how much money you make. $15,000 is $15,000.
Yeah, I think that they do that. I remember when Niles Paul got his fine for his hit. I think that they worked out a little bit of something for him.
They did.
I think so. I didn't know that.
I thought his was worse than mine.
Look at Darrell getting real mad now. Don't get another fine.
He got a little salty on that one.
Yeah, I did, man.
I didn't know that. I thought it was if it's 15, it's 15.
I think that they did do that.
His was 20.
His was 20.
Yeah, it was 20. That's a grip.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care how you play that off.
I need to go see Mr. Goodell.
Yeah, but I mean, don't you get to talk to them and try to see?
I did, but you know what? I got an email back, and they didn't talk. They didn't talk about the major points that I discussed. Myself and my agent. So, when I talked to him, he was just so nonchalant about what's your story? Okay, what's next? And then I got the email back and it said, well, you launched yourself, and I'm like, I didn't launch myself. I was on my feet the whole time. So how'd I launch myself? But it is what it is.
Basically, his thing was, you hold me up. I got a steak dinner to get to. That's what that was. Now, if you came in there and you were, Ovi McGelly or somebody, I mean, you think he would have, really sat down and looked at it?
Yeah.
That's all that's about.
I think so.
That's all that's about. It's called,
your name.
recognition and all that stuff. If you get a fine, if you go out there, how about this? When you score this week, because I know somebody from Sports Journey is getting something this week. If you score this week, jump in the crowd. Do a FedEx leap. We'll call it the FedEx leap. And see if you get fined.
I'll see if I get fined if somebody's willing to pay.
I don't think you will, though, because Logan did it last year.
They didn't get it. They didn't see it. That's what happened. Because
you
I'm telling
see a
you,
ponytail out the helmet. Now.
Yeah, well, that's true. But you know what?
That's Jesus.
That's his. That's Terrence boy, man. They played in college together. Man.
Logan's a good guy, man.
No, he's
he brings a lot
he's
to
one
his
of my
team.
favorite guys. I mean, outside of the fam, of course, he's
unsung hero.
He's one of my favorite guys. He really is. He's
unsung
a good dude,
hero,
man.
Unsung
good
hero.
dude. But I've always asked this question: isn't the Lambeau leap? Shouldn't that technically be a penalty?
Yeah, man, it's supposed to be.
That's a prop. The prop is like 50,000 people. That's a prop. I mean, how many more do you need to get involved? Didn't they say you can't have anybody else part of your celebration?
You can't even use the ball as a prop.
That's called, but see, once again, it's the Packers tradition. So why don't you guys start that? FedEx leap. And if they find you, trust me, you could open up a whole nother can of worms. Well, don't they do that in Green Bay?
They still gonna take your money.
I'm sure there's a couple people in here right now that will put up $100 a piece. Pay the Terrence Austin fine.
The crowd got quiet.
Everybody now is like, oh, what else they have on the menu?
Yeah, man.
1,000 ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, he said 1,000.
He's counting people in.
You're never gonna get.
I'm never gonna get over that.
But does it change your game? That's the serious question, though.
Yeah, if you watch the punt return that I just had, when Brandon Bakes broke for a couple of yards, I didn't touch anyone. I was trying to, but I was trying to size. I was trying to size the guys up, and then I ended up missing Brad Smith.
Did it actually go through you?
That's when he called. When he called it, I said, "All right, well, I got to position myself."
It actually went through your mind while
That's the first thing I think about it in practice when we draw up the plays.
So I mean,
that's not good.
So I mean, what do they want you to do?
I guess they want you to play touch, or you get ran over.
Yeah, I can't quite understand that.
Oh man, it's like they're trying to take. I said this last year with Phil. They're trying to sissify the league. That's bottom line. And even offensive players like yourself. I mean, you talk about wanting to play in the middle of the field, the most dangerous part of the field for a wide receiver. That's what you want. I don't think there's a football player alive that truly, in their hearts as men, feel like the league is in a better place today from a safety standpoint than it was 10, 15 years ago.
Nah, I mean, I would have to agree with any defensive player with that. I think at some point, it's a little rough. You come across the middle, catching the ball, and sometimes you can get put in a position where you get hit. It can be fatal. At some point.
Sure.
But at the same time, we understand that this is what. We putting ourselves at risk with.
You signed up for it.
I mean, exactly. Once you said you was gonna play ball, any way you can get hurt, it can happen. And
you can get hurt from walking out this building tonight. God forbid. I mean, that's just come on now.
You can do any kind of thing. You can do anything. I don't agree with them. I mean, I think that it was probably one of the right choices about trying to go about limited injury, but at the same time, I think that they're overdoing it. I honestly believe that.
All right,
especially with this kickoff rule, that's
taken
terrible.
away from production.
I was getting mad. Seriously, I was getting mad in Carolina seeing every kick right through the goalpost. And I'm like, is this? I mean, are you serious? This is not fair.
Yeah,
and
you know what saved the kickoff return? The onside kick. That's the only thing that saved the kickoff return. If it wasn't for the onside kick, there would be no kick return, no kickoff at all.
So why don't you just let people just line up at the 20? Just start it to 20 every possession.
But that's what they would do if there wasn't a need to have an onside kick.
And this is the problem with that whole analogy. The NFL statement is that they moved those kicks for the safety of the game. Basically, they felt like kickoffs were some of the most violent collisions that happened. But you know what? That's garbage, because by eliminating that play and making teams start at the 20, you're making them have more plays to move down the field. I mean, I think if you look at the numbers, I mean, you're looking at 20% more plays as far as the length of drives now. Hey, listen, that's a play that you could have a Tom Brady have 5-6 more plays in that series to take a shot.
Yeah, and it also limits the dynamic part of your game. I mean, when you got a returner like Brandon Banks, I mean, you're not able to use him like the way you want, because it just totally takes him out of the game.
Yeah, or Terrence Austin for that matter. That was your specialty. Yep.
Colts game. Preseason.
Yeah, man.
I'm on top of his stats. He don't know. I can name a big play he made in every game. Pittsburgh, when he came across the middle. I remember second half, third quarter, to be exact.
Give me critique before we go to break here, though. Critique the pose that he did when he scored in Baltimore.
I loved it.
I mean, that's what we promote. That's his show promo. But
I was excited about it, man. Just a great guy getting in the end zone, and just getting an opportunity to basically get out there and be himself, and kind of what got him into the NFL. And you look at a guy like that, I mean, he has a bright future, man. He doesn't even know it, and none of us do, because we can't tell or predict the future. But this guy has a bright future, man. You might look at him and say, how does he in the league because of his height? And like you said, his heart is what got him here. And he thinks like he's 6'2", 220.
He really does. You saw those hits on those special teams. He was bringing it like that.
But it's a guy that has no fear, though, man. I mean, you talking about playing on every special teams, being an off returner. I mean, you're blocking linebackers coming down there. Somebody's gonna be free, But
nobody talks about the special teams unit. No one's talking about how across the board, the Redskins special teams unit is it right now.
Yeah,
I mean, Graham's knocking them through.
Yeah.
Sav's knocking the ball. I mean, that dude.
We're the top in the league, man.
Yeah,
We take pride in that. We take pride in that. We the top in the league.
But one whole side of the field, this is what's to me is crazy. One half of your kickoff coverage is a bunch of wide receivers over there. That's unheard of, man. And they're coming down, putting it on people.
That just goes to show that Coach Shanahan is not afraid to play people who want it.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, because I need to see guys out there. I said this last night. I'm going to leave this alone. We'll take a break afterwards, but I said it to Anthony. The only thing that I can say, because you guys know I'm not negative, I'm not going to go that way. But the one thing that really bothers me that I've seen for a couple weeks now, it just seems like there's no life to the team in the first couple series. It's just like get somebody pepped up. I mean, are you guys sensing that, or is it just the culture of the team and guys lead more by example?
I mean, it's a little bit of that, and I think at the same time, I mean, there's been a change at quarterback. We're just still trying to find a nick right now. It's pretty tough. When you don't start the season off, when you haven't been the starting quarterback, and you've pretty much been sitting back watching this whole time. You kind of got to get your feel. And I think that's what John is dealing with. And, I mean, I think I mentioned this before, usually the leadership on the offense comes from the quarterback.
It does.
Everybody else can be a rah-rah speech type of guy, but the true leadership is going to come from the quarterback. And I think that's just what we're waiting for right now, is to just try to get it clicking. And once we do, it'll spark up.
Sentiment shared?
I mean, just to piggyback on that, I mean, I agree with what he's saying. We just got to lay down this foundation again, because we did in the preseason, we did at the beginning of the season, and then there was a switch, like you said, and we just got to find out, what works well for Beck that we can do to help him and put him in a better situation,
exactly.
And vice versa.
One thing is block for him. I mean, just keep him standing upright, because
that's true.
He didn't have a lot of time this Sunday to do anything. It was just one of them situations. Now, we'll take a break. I do want to ask you guys this, and we'll get back to our Mount Rushmore, because I need 4. I need 4 cities, and I think Terrence is naturally saying L.A.
L.A. needs to be in here. They just have to.
Yeah, and Darrel saying Los Angeles, and I'm going to throw Washington in there. What the heck? Why not?
I'm going to throw Washington. I'm here.
Man, I was going to say, man, you play for the pro team? What are you talking about?
I was just thinking about the Wizards.
Ooh.
I like the Wizards, though, man. They're an up-and-coming team, man.
I hate to break in, but you all forgot about Boston.
Oh no, we definitely.
No, Boston's up there.
Boston's on the list. They're going to be one of those 4.
Patriots they might be the.
Well, I said last year. Okay, yeah. Let's take a break. When we come back, I'm gonna tell you why Boston doesn't make it as number 1. You'll be surprised. So we'll take a quick break. More from the Darrel Young Show right here, live from Oral Pomodoro, Rockville, Maryland, Rockville Town Center. We're here every Wednesday from 7 to 9. Tonight's guest is teammate, Washington Redskin wide receiver, Mr. Terrence Austin. Hang tight, folks. We'll be right back.
What you want?
Sports Journey. Sports Journey Network.
Tired of lugging out your heavy, bulky pressure cleaner? You need the amazing Water Jet. It turns your ordinary garden hose into a super power washer, powerful enough to clean second-story windows. Here's how it works. Water flows through the volume reduction chambers where pressure builds until a powerful jet stream blasts through the precision-engineered solid brass tip. The control valve regulates the water pressure, great for siding, umbrellas, and awnings. Blast grime and weeds off brick and paver driveways. It attaches to any garden hose so you can take it along boating and camping. Quality built with stainless steel, aluminum, and solid brass, and only $19.95. You'll also get the bonus fan tip that creates a powerful fan-shaped spray. Scour away mold, scrub wood decks and docks, patios and pool decks, cars and trucks. Dial back the pressure to gently water flowers. There's more. We'll double the offer. You'll get 2 amazing water jets and 2 fan tips for only $19.95. Just pay additional processing and handling. Call to get the jet.
To order Water Jet, call 1-800-973-9853. Call now and we'll double the offer. Call 1-800-973-9853.
Want clear skin all over? Well, get set, because Proactive's Deep Cleansing Body Wash is back. And so is free shipping. 2 hot summer deals. Now Proactive clears acne on your face and body, so you feel confident all over. And the body wash is yours free when you order Proactive today.
The deep cleansing wash, it really exfoliates the skin. I use that on my arms, my legs, my chest.
My skin was smoother. It got rid of the small little bumps on my shoulders and back.
Proactive has a $40 value, but with today's special offer, pay just $19.95, and your shipping is free. Plus, get the deep cleansing wash free to polish your skin to perfection.
I went out and bought a little spaghetti strap dress, and it was a really amazing feeling.
Act fast, and we'll add a free travel-size green tea moisturizer. Don't wait. Order Proactive today and get free shipping, but only for a limited time.
Are you stressed over credit cards and other debts? Maybe through no fault of your own? Imagine how it would feel to have that weight lifted right off your shoulders. Well, here's some good news from America's trusted name in debt relief. Care One providers have already helped over 4.5 million people in debt, and we can help you today. Just call this toll-free number to speak with a friendly representative, and in just minutes, you'll get your free debt relief analysis.
Regardless of your situation, Care One has an option for you.
We are there to help, and we do that in a way that's empathetic and supportive without judging their financial situation.
The credit card companies, I feel, are trying to keep you in debt and trying to keep it so you owe them money forever. And Care One is a good way to get you out of that and get you out of it fast.
A big burden was lifted off of my shoulders.
Care One threw me a lifeline. Call Care One. They will help you.
Get debt relief from a company you can trust. Just call the toll-free number today.
If you're disabled and unable to work, pay attention to the following message.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, you may be entitled to disability benefits through Social Security. Receiving benefits is your right if you suffer from a physical or mental disability. Whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied, we can help. You'll be matched up with an advocate who will evaluate your situation, handle your application, deal with Social Security for you, and handle all appeals. Best of all, there's no fee until you receive your benefits. To get started, call the number on your screen now. And keep in mind, there are a vast number of conditions that make you eligible for disability benefits and dozens of additions that you may not be aware of. So if you're disabled and unable to work, call the Citizens Disability Helpline today for a free, no-obligation consultation.
Call 1-800-735-0219. Call now.
Instrumental in this. I think that every person, at least in my age group, can recite every word to the Fresh Prince. I mean, I know in church you say, sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. Dum, dum, dum. And that is that, I'm glad you came. Dun, dun, dun. Everybody knows your name. And you just skip to the end. With the Fresh Prince, everybody up here should probably be able to recite that.
In
West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playground is where I spend most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, just shooting some b-ball outside of a school. And a couple of guys, they were up to no good, started making trouble in my neighborhood. They got in one little fight and my mom got scared. She's like, you're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air. It whistled for a cab, but when it came near, the license plate said freshen the dice in the mirror.
Wait, what's the end of that, though?
This is something about that. I thought this cab was where I thought, man, forget it, your home's in Bel Air. I pulled up to a house about 7 or 8, and I yelled to the cab, your home, smell you later. Look at my kingdom, I was finally there to sit on the throne as the Prince of Bel Air.
And then you gotta turn your head sideways.
Did you know that that was a good one?
You're listening to the Sports Journey Broadcast Network.
Coming back in, talking some Skins football, a little bit of everything, and we're still breaking down our, I guess you can call it, Sports Journey Rushmore. We're going to break that down a little bit for you as well. Terrence,
think about it.
talking about L.A. needs to be on there. Darrel saying New York needs to be on there. I'm saying Washington, but we got to be realistic here. Maybe Jarman Gant, Diane Cheesebro give us the voice of reason for all this good stuff. So, anyway. I'll come in with some music for you, a little backdrop music.
I like it.
Terrence big music fan, so you know we try to mix it up.
Tiger.
There we go. All right, so what's he was making fun of me the other night about my musical selection. You remember that, don't you?
He played like some old country music or something.
He played some Brooks and Dunn. That's what it was. He had Brooks and Dunn in the mix.
Man, me and Jarman was sitting there looking at each other like, hey, man, I don't know if we wanted to go on no more with that.
Listen, it wasn't, it was just trying to mix it up a little bit. You know, we have fans of all cultures, all creeds, all backgrounds. So, we do hit them with the hip-hop all the time now. That's just the way it is. So, anyway, folks, let's get back to this real quick. And before we do that, we'll let you guys do the honors. There's a couple people that put their name in I can't say the name in the hat, the name in the vase or whatever.
She is the man.
For them to win this autographed football. So is everybody paying attention to their card right now? Their ticket? All right, we're doing the raffle. Not sure if everybody's paying attention. I didn't get a chance to put my name in that.
Got a drum roll?
Yeah, I know. That's fine.
Anybody got a drum roll?
Hook me up with a ball. All right, so you need something background. Hold on, we try to mix it up on here, man. We got come in with something a little nice and smooth. There you go. New York flavor for you. There you go.
Sky is the limit.
I like that.
Yeah, a little backdrop for you.
I was listening to that on the way up.
Biggie, New York.
All right, so I'm gonna just read off this number, right?
Yep.
Okay. So the ticket number to the lucky winner is 704387.
I heard a lot of R's. Somebody got to say,
I won.
Okay, I'm gonna say it one more time.
We have to read it again because some of the folks at the bar right now so enamored in their cup they didn't get a chance to hear. So, all right. So we're gonna read it again.
Okay.
All right.
All right. The lucky number is 704387.
All right. Nope. Nope. Didn't win it.
387. Oh, okay. We do got a winner.
I got.
How does she have 3
I have
tickets?
a question though. Yeah, she
has 4 tickets.
She's got like 20 tickets in her hand.
What's going on with that?
Hey,
Something's
sky's
wrong.
the limit.
Sky's the limit on how many
I
tickets
think
you
she
can
has
have.
everybody at the bar's ticket. Okay, there we go. So he's
CA's got to sign that for you, though.
Oh, okay. I'll make sure I
Head through the
sign.
honors.
That's nice right there. That's good stuff right there.
Oh.
Who else is on there? Just so our fans out here tonight would know.
Philip Buchanan, Ryan Terrain, OJ Atagwe.
Okay. Yes.
Jonathan Crompton, who's a third-string quarterback. I can't remember who else. Terrence Austin.
Terrence Austin, yeah.
Myself. I feel like there's one more. I just can't think. Maybe Fred Davis.
Fred Davis. All right.
Fred Davis.
Freddie Davis.
Yeah, Freddie D.
That's good. That's nice right there. That's how we do it. Nice little backdrop. So he's talking about he was liking this coming up. So that's New York. So I'm sure he's not.
Yeah, he should be liking Tupac. Yeah, Tupac.
Well, that's LBC.
Mac Drake.
LBC. That's Snoop right there.
Oh.
All day.
Nah, he liked. What did Terrence? What did Terrence say that he liked on there? It was
Thank you.
He said that he liked. Oh my gosh. Your rapper out there from Los Angeles.
Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey Hussle. There you go. Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle.
But you know about Nipsey Hussle, John.
I know nothing about Nipsey Hussle.
Hey, this dude is a music connoisseur. And I'm serious. He knows hip hop. He has it. Now let me ask you. Anthony Armstrong said yesterday. Told me he download Wale.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope that he bought it.
No, he said he bought it.
Okay.
He downloaded it. He buy it online, right?
Yeah, I would buy his CD. I really would.
He said it was incredible.
Yeah, I'm from the West Coast. You know what I mean? And I only give certain rappers respect. Some guys I just listen to, but other guys I like them. And I like Wale, man. I really do. I heard a couple songs about him. I mean, with him before I came out here, and I didn't really pay too much attention to him. I'm living in the DMV now, and
you better recognize that. Yeah, exactly.
Start listening to him, man, and that dude he's unbelievable, man. He's a real lyricist.
Well, if you look at what he does, I first heard him, and I'm ashamed to say it, on a track with The Roots. Being The Roots are my favorite group.
Oh, yeah.
And he's so versatile that he can rap with Southern cats. Yep. He can rap with Western cats.
He signed with Wale is now part of
Rick Ross.
And that whole
the Maybach Music crew.
I can't think of it. What's their name? What's their official name?
Maybach Music.
No. They have a name. It's
Maybach Music. Yes.
Nah.
MMG. Yeah. Maybach Music group.
MMG,
but like Drake and all them, they.
Oh, Young Money.
It's not Young Money. It's the other group. Because even Lil Wayne, Baby, they're part of that too with DJ Khaled and. Oh man. Jarman, I'm surprised.
It's called Maybach.
It's Maybach
the label
Music.
that he has is Maybach Music.
Okay.
And that's what they call themselves.
I thought I seen him tweet something the other day, though, that he said that he was still signed with one group. Something that he said he was still signed with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
seen him
can't
tweet
think of the
something.
name of it. This bothers me. I hate when I forget stuff. I'll be driving home tonight. Oh, I forgot.
Our audience just said, again, that it is Maybach Music. We have confirmation.
Y'all not helping me right now. They're not helping me right now. Gosh.
Rick Ross.
Yeah. No, well, that's good. I mean, I know young guys, like yourselves. This is stuff that you listen to get you amped up, get you excited. I mean, I know Terrence is a big reggae fan. We talked about that earlier. Darrel.
Kimani Marley.
What's your thing? Big time music wise.
Depends. If I'm out in the social scene, I like reggae. I like the new style old reggae, if that makes sense. Like, the album called Precise, back in 98, 99.
Okay.
But I like.
I was doing damage.
I like a little bit of everything, man. I like good music. I love hip hop. I love R&B just to chill. Like bust it. Round of applause.
Well, you from New York, man, so you thinking.
TA said that's my song, so I gotta
Yeah,
make that my anthem.
I'm telling you, you gotta see them tights he wear to practice, man.
Apple bottom shorts, man.
I mean, you can't get a bigger size or something?
You know what? It's the new material. These ham hocks I got, man, they
a little too tight, man. Too much starch in them things, man.
My waist is at 36, but I gotta wear 40s because these thunder thighs, man.
Oh, thunder thighs. Thunder thighs. This dude, bro. That's it.
Oh, man.
Thunder thighs.
Man,
You done messed up now. You should have never said that.
I hear about it tomorrow meetings. Walking to the stage.
I'm not going to let you live that down.
I done heard it all, T.A. I done heard it all, man. I done heard it all.
Oh, my
Although
God.
you do seem to amaze me every day with something new, man. I ain't going to lie. I'm sorry, I just got to laugh, man. If I ain't have a sense of humor, man, I'd be sad. I'd be upset in practice, man.
Who's the biggest prankster on the team?
Mike Sellers is top 5, man, because that dude is crazy, man.
Yeah.
He said he's crazy.
Mike,
He is a little loose.
Mike does see that. But you know who else is just funny to me? Roy Halou.
Roy?
Roy is funny.
Roy, man.
Roy is like
Man,
random
that's a
funny.
shocker to me. Yeah, I would never know that.
Roy is
You
like
won't know
random
it.
funny.
If you hang out with him, you will see why.
Because I'm serious. You see Roy, I mean, when we see him, when Diane and me see him, he's like just straight-laced and just walks out.
That's Roy.
Roy
That's what makes him funny. He's a real religious guy, but at the same time, he's a clown.
Yeah.
That dude, man. Yeah, OJ silly.
OJ is funny, yeah.
OJ silly.
Kareem is funny.
Oh, now that's my dude right
Kareem
there.
is funny, man.
Kareem said as soon as he gets back, he's going to come out to the shows, but he trying to get back, get ready. But that's my guy right there.
Yeah, the men in his locker is right next to each other. So I hear it every
One of the
day.
nicest guys you'll ever meet in
cool
your
cat.
life.
Yeah, real cool guy.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
The jokes that really left, that was Keelan, man. Keelan Williams.
Yeah, man.
He was a clown, man.
Keelan loving life right now, I'm sure.
He is, man.
Oh, and Bear.
Bear was funny, too.
Yeah.
Bear didn't try to be funny. Anthony Bryant.
Yeah.
He was just funny.
Dude.
I think he's missed right now, too, by the way, because I thought he could have done some things.
Did he get picked up?
Not that I heard. Not that I know of.
That's a large man. He got the biggest calves, man.
Biggest calves I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, it's like grapefruits.
I don't even think they're bigger than grapefruits.
They're bigger than grapefruits.
He had big legs,
That
though.
boy got a
man.
little
He was just a big dude, man.
He got little infants in his legs, man. That boy, man.
Holding some kids up in there, man.
Both his calves
Just his calves, though. It's just his calves.
Nah, that dude, that dude. Seriously, man, folks, this is what we do here. We try to bring the couch conversation to you here on the network. That's what it is.
The couch conversation.
You come up in here and get your fade. All that stuff at the barbershop. Jarman actually did a show at the barbershop 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, Largo Barbershop, and I always stay fresh when I come in here now. So
Man, you got to invite us to that, man. The barbershop's a place you let it go.
And I wish I would have, because it was right by the bye week.
Really?
But I live out in PG County. It's the hood where I live at.
Man,
so.
that ain't
LBC,
nothing,
he's used to that. New York, you should be used to that. So actually, we were right off MLK.
That's messed up, man. Why are you implying he lived in a bad section of Long Beach?
I'm gonna tell you something. That's
we
the
keeping
hood.
it real.
That's the hood. Every hood got an MLK.
Every hood got an MLK. That's where we were at.
Every last one of them.
Every hood got an MLK.
Matter of fact, I think when we were in Orlando, there was one not too far from where I live. So I was like, man, why they gotta give us the bad street? Nah, that's messed up.
So what about the predictions from last week? The games.
Oh yeah. Let's bring that out
okay,
because I know one thing. I think Terrence might have a better opportunity to participate this week. Can't get any worse than what he had. But Diane, Diane's gonna pull it up. We'll find out. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I won, though. I can just tell you that. I mean, just
Actually, I think I did.
You probably changed your picks.
Actually, I think I did.
Man, you did because you said Minnesota.
For this past week.
Yeah, for this past week.
Okay, well,
actually, Lake, I think you did because you picked Kansas City over San Diego.
Yeah, that was a big one.
I think you did get it with that one. But let's let Diane verify.
Oh, no, she doesn't have that.
We can pull it up.
Because, Terrence didn't participate last week.
We're all honest. We can say who got what game. We're all honest.
Oh, I mean, I know. I mean, Darrel ran his mouth last week because he got 9, which is a record, by the way. I'm gonna give you your
which will be shattered because I'm gonna be perfect this week.
He made his predictions the other night. So I have them. Well, listen, I have. This is what we need to do. We need to get Darrel's picks for this week's game. So if you guys can pull up the games, I'll pull up the actual predictions because Terrence, Dr. Jacobs, who sponsors Terrence's show, Wendy Jacobs Cairo, what's up? She gave us some predictions, and I still got to get on her again. I still didn't see the skeleton. I didn't see it. She came in and put some stuff on her face, and I thought it was the lion. I thought it was the lion from the Wizard of Oz or something like that.
She clearly had a shirt that had, the skeleton bone.
But you don't see a skeleton face that's yellow. I mean, what's that? I thought it was, the lion from the Wizard of Oz. I did. I didn't know. Sorry.
He did though. He was serious.
She got mad. She was seriously like, all right, I'm sorry, folks. We straying, but yeah. Okay, let's go to these predictions. This week, I'm sorry. We need your predictions now, Mr. Darrell Young. And make sure you get these right because there's no wavering. All right, so we have the games.
Got the games. First, let's go the New York Jets at the Buffalo Bills.
I'm salty about the Bills, man. I'm salty about the game.
Don't speak with your heart. Speak with your mind.
Yeah, you know what? They're playing well right now. Fred Jackson's playing unbelievable. But then again, the Jets, man, you just never know what you're going to get with them. I'm going to have to go, man. I'm going to go Buffalo, man. Mark Sanchez is going to throw him the ball. I just don't know, man.
Just so you know, so this make you feel better, this is why you're going to lose. Because Terrence picked Buffalo, Dr. Jacobs picked Buffalo, Mr. Jarman Gant picked Buffalo, and yours truly picked the Jets. So I'm just letting you know you already lost. So we can still go forward if you want. Diane, we didn't get your picks at all. Oh, yeah, so you're out too. Okay. So Diane is going to pick Buffalo. All right. Next game,
the 3-4 Cleveland Browns at the 5-3 Houston Texans.
Houston. God. Houston.
That was a quick one.
You didn't even, man, okay.
I'm not
Diane, who you got
anything.
in that one? Diane has Houston also.
It's a couple tough ones in this one, though.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Next one, the 0-7 Miami Dolphins at the 4-3 Kansas City Chiefs.
I'm right. I'm typing it in, Diane.
I'm going Kansas City. I just don't think they're not ready to rebound yet. I'm going Kansas City, man.
I thought something the other day.
Kansas City played last night.
I think Miami Dolphins have went undefeated, and now they may go the season without a win.
They might, man.
No other team in history has done that. I don't see them winning nothing this year. I know they're going to lose against Washington. We all know that.
Yes, sir.
So you guys are all saying Kansas City?
I'm going Kansas City, man.
Let me tell you guys something. Kansas City, I said they're legit. They're going to win that division. But I took Miami to beat them.
Well, everyone is entitled to their own.
It sounds like you about to. It sounds like you going down this week. That's what it sounds like.
Man. I've been there every week.
I want to know if your wife is driving with you talking like that. Talking like you had some drinks. What's that in your cup?
Hey, if I recall, you were the guy to pick Minnesota over Chicago, remember?
I was close.
Darn's been done. Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Next game, the 2-5 Seahawks versus the 3-4 team that plays in Austin that wears blue and white. I don't like saying their name.
I'm going to go to Cowboys.
Diane, who you got on that one? She said the team I don't like to say either.
Come on, man. You can say the Cowboys. Come on.
I hate the Cowboys. I'm telling you now, I'm from Northeast D.C. We hate the Cowboys.
I have a theory. I don't hate anybody. I just love the people that provide. That's what I say.
Now, we know we don't pick the Redskins game because we know who's going to win that. Then we go the 4-3 Bucks at the 5-3 Saints.
I'm going to go with the Saints. I'll go with the Saints.
Diane has the Saints as well. The 4-3 Falcons at the 0-8 Colts.
Falcons, man. What one man can do for a franchise, boy.
I think I called for that upset.
You did. You actually took in that game. Mr. Terrence Austin took Tampa Bay, and Mr. Lake Lewis took Tampa Bay. See?
I like what Josh Freeman is doing, but.
All right, next we have the 2-5 T-Bows, a.k.a. the Broncos,
little computer.
versus the 4-3 Raiders at Oakland.
Raiders are struggling, man. Broncos are struggling.
They picked up T.J. Who's Your Mama this week.
Who's that?
Carson Palmer.
T.J. Who's
The Raiders? I'm
gonna go to Raiders, man.
Wow.
I'm going to Raiders.
I didn't know that.
Raiders.
I'm going Raiders.
All right.
I'm going Raiders.
Well, hold on. Diane's not sure yet.
I just don't think Tebow. I mean, he's got to pray harder, man.
Diane's taking Denver. Yeah, you guys definitely handed me the championship already. Just go ahead and just anoint me tonight.
All right, the 5-3 Bengals at the 4-3 Titans. This is a tough one to call right there.
You know, the Bengals are the best 5-3 team that hasn't been talked
Excuse
about.
me, 5-2 Bengals.
Yeah, I apologize. 5-2 team that hasn't been talked about, but who are they playing again?
Tennessee.
Tennessee in Tennessee. Where's Chris Johnson
That was
been?
my point, man. I'm going Bengals. I don't know, man.
Terrence Austin took, just to let everybody know, Terrence Austin took in this game Tennessee.
I can see that. It's time for CJ to break out.
Why that sound familiar? Say that 3 times. Tennessee.
That's the song, man. We
talked
about that on the Anthony show.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, we got a pick in that one?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, we got Diane.
Tennessee.
Diane,
All right.
you got to hurry and get your pick. Okay. Cincinnati. Okay. All right.
All right, the 5-2 Giants at the 5-2 Patriots.
Patriots.
Diane has the Patriots as well.
Okay.
The 7-0 Packers against the 4-3 Chargers.
Packers.
I didn't even have to say the name.
Going Packers, man. It don't even matter.
All right. Next one.
The 1-6 Rams at the 1-6 Cardinals. Battles of the AFC NFC worst.
I'm going Cardinals, man. Bradford's up. Or is he out? I know he got hurt last game.
He's playing.
He's playing.
He's going to play?
I'm still going Cardinals.
St. Louis as well.
One of the games of the week, the 5-2 Ravens at the 6-2 Steelers.
I'm going Steelers, man. They got something to prove. They got embarrassed last time, man.
That's what I said.
They got embarrassed.
Who you going with? That's crazy because Terrence Austin and myself picked Baltimore. You remember that?
Yeah, and I'm still a little messed up about that because Pittsburgh's been my favorite team since
Been
ankle low to centipede's toe.
Wait, time out. What was that again?
Ankle low to a centipede's toe. That means you're small, right?
Have you ever heard that?
Nah, that's something new for me.
I've never heard that. Have you ever heard that before?
Never heard that, man. That's
where
why he's so
where
special.
You get that from, man?
Special, man. He's unique.
Hey, man, it's I might have got it from Snoop.
LBC.
To be honest with you.
Monica says all the time when she hears Snoop, why does he talk like that? I'm like, that's Snoop. That's what he does. That's his thing, man, you know?
Snoop he collecting Social Security, still doing it, man.
You know? D.O. Zizzle. All right, so what?
All right, the Monday night game, last game of the week, the 4-3 Bears at the 3-4 Eagles.
It's a good football game.
That's a good game right there, man. It's going to be a battle of the defenses. You know, Michael Vick, it's going to be Michael Vick. Jay Cutler going to be Jay Cutler.
Oh, the way you implying already.
I think it'll ultimately come down to if they can stop Matt Forte.
Yeah,
I think that's what it's going to come down to.
I'm going to go with the Eagles, man. I'm going to go with the Eagles on this one.
I think that's a very smart, definite way to do it.
Yeah, I just don't think Urlacher can cover, That Tampa 2 is a little different now for him.
Yeah,
it is.
It ain't like it used to be for him a couple years ago.
It wasn't his strong safety days in New Mexico.
Hey, listen to this dude dropping.
Hey,
got
man,
some knowledge, man. That's decent.
Man.
That's decent.
I got some knowledge.
Don, we're still waiting on you for your pick in that one.
All right, she's taking Philadelphia. All right, and is that it?
That's it. Now, do you want to cover what happened last week, or we just going to let that ride?
Well, I mean, I don't think we can figure it out now because we got the whole 9 in there. Did we get Anthony's picks this week?
Did we?
Yeah, I'm gonna text them because I need all this in here this week. I don't want to hear 9s and 3s, and we need to get the whole 9. But look, folks, we do have to get ready to wrap up tonight's show. It's running late. We started a little late, so we tried to honor the 2 hours and give you that programming. So hopefully everyone had a great time tonight. We're here every Wednesday. Next week, you want to announce who your guest is going to be on the Darrel Young Show?
Ryan Terrain coming back out.
All right, so we'll have Ryan Terrain in the building. Everybody here in the building who's left, we want to thank Mr. Terrence Austin for coming out.
Yeah, man, no problem.
Appreciate that.
Take
as
care
always,
of my boy, man.
As always, just make sure. Just make sure it doesn't take you.
Oh man,
you need all the time to go home because coming out of Montgomery County, it could be. Don't speed.
No, do not speed around
he told me it took him 40 minutes to get here. He said, but if I was in L.A., it would have taken me 20 minutes. Yeah, just be safe getting home, my friend. All right. So, look, folks, we wrap it up. Big game coming up Sunday against 49ers. We expect these guys to bring one back, bring a W. Diane and myself will be there. Next week, we've been saying this for 2 weeks now, but we're working hard at this. Next week, with Diane being a game photographer, we expect to have some game, shots of you guys, specifically our Sports Journey guys, and then we'll have some game stuff, and we'll have it out here for people here at Oral Pomodoro and at the other venues. So if you're watching right now, definitely come out and support all the shows next week. We're excited about all that. We expect you guys to get one this week.
Got to rebound, man. We got to step this
folks.
up.
That's right. Let's wrap it up. I'm going to take these guys out to some old school stuff since you guys, made fun of my musical selection the other day. I'm going to take you guys out to something that you may not know about, but I'm sure your folks do, maybe while you're sitting here right now. Anyway, folks, got to take you out. Have a great night, everyone.